feet are tucked underneath the butt down here.
Okay.
So that's the position the baby's in.
Is it common for them to be breech at this point?
Yeah. Look at that little profile though. You see that little nose
Yeah.
and the lips there. Bit of umbilical cord right in our way, but I'm gonna see if we can maybe clear past that for a nice picture. This is that umbilical cord I was saying that's just kind of floating
of course,
there.
right in front of her
That's
face.
right in front of the face.
And all I've
there.
been so excited about, I'm like, oh, I just want to see her little face.
You know, I'm trying to. Back there. You see a little bit of it there. It's a cute little nose.
From that angle. From the other one, she looks a little squished.
No, it's, yeah. I mean,
I know that they always do.
Yeah.
When I saw my granddaughter's ultrasound picture, I was like, ooh, okay. And she came out and she was freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's so funny, like how much of a difference there is between the actual ultrasound versus what they really look like.
Right. It's true, yeah. And a lot of times when you get a 3D picture, especially if it's a face, like a full face on view,
Mm-hmm.
Often the nose looks big in the ultrasound.
Yeah.
Because I can kind of compare it to the rest of the face and stuff, so I don't ever think that the nose is big, but most of the parents, when they see it, they're like, is the nose really that big? And I'm like, oh no,
It's okay, yeah.
it's just in front, and then so it's a little bigger in the view. Brain looks good.
There's no like fluid or anything that you're noticing in the brain?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
My fourth son has Dandy Walker syndrome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's doing well.
Good.
He's doing very well, actually. I mean, other than just some behavioral issues, he went through speech since, he was like 3.
Okay.
He was in special ed, but other than that, I mean, right now it's just more behavioral.
Yeah.
He's
a teenager, right?
He's 17, yeah.
Kind of makes you wonder if it's that or.
Or yeah, I mean, because he has ADHD on top of it,
Yeah.
which it's like is one contributing to the other. I don't really know, but he's actually the one who made me a grandma.
Is he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think she's kicking you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could feel it.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, little mighty girl, calm down.
Well, how's he doing with that as like a dad?
He is pretty good. I was terrified. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Right.
Because, oh my gosh.
I think any child that's 17, you probably get a little nervous.
Yeah. Well, they were only 15 when she got pregnant.
So it's been a couple of years
Yeah,
now.
because the baby's 17 months old now.
Oh.
So, yeah, she's keeping me busy because they live with me.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, all of them do. Which I'm glad because it kind of eases my mind because I get to keep close tabs on everybody.
Right? I know. What are you doing?
Oh gosh, yeah. She's really kicking away. She's like, you're pushing in my home, lady.
know. Why are you
I'm so
bothering
mad at her
me?
that she flipped. Oh my gosh, I thought I was good to go. I'm like, okay, she's head down, because I've been feeling so much pressure down there, and
Yeah.
I'm like, she's really, making her way down in there, and now I'm like, nope, that's just her feet kicking me.
Well, keep in mind, even though it's been, a while since you've been pregnant, but it's still being your 5th baby, there's a lot more give and stretch to the
Oh,
uterus.
Yeah.
And so it's not uncommon to see them do a lot of that flipping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where maybe the next time we check the baby will be head down, maybe the next time the
Yeah.
baby will be breech again. So try not to be too discouraged.
No,
about
I'm
that.
not. I mean, honestly, even if I have to have a C-section, I'm not stressed. I don't stress about anything anymore.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the
It's not
point in
worth
life.
it.
It's not. Everything works itself out.
I know. I'm kind of like that too. I mean, you're only just a couple weeks older than I am, and so I know that feeling like where you're just like, forget it. I just don't even.
Exactly.
It's not worth the bother.
No. Gets your blood pressure up, causes
Yes.
wrinkles.
Right. So I know that. Are your son and his girlfriend getting along okay with the baby being around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you know how sometimes when they're young, with the throw a baby in there, a lot of fighting.
They do definitely have their moments where I'm just like, oh, jeez.
Guys, go in the other room and figure it out.
Seriously. Yeah, there's been a few times I've just taken the baby. I'm like, you know what? Go outside. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even going to sit here and listen to you guys.
Right.
She sure as all isn't. Yeah, I kind of actually separated them right now because they were just getting a little too goofy with each other. So he's, the past week has been by his dad, and she's stayed with me with the baby.
Okay.
And, I told him, I said, you can come back, but you have to agree. You guys are doing counseling individually and together.
Yeah.
And until then, you can't come back because this is not a healthy environment for this baby at all.
Well, and, also, for you too,
Well, yeah, because I can deal with a lot of stress until I can't deal with it, and then I just really cannot deal with it.
Right.
And I don't want to get to that point. I'm trying to stay very calm with this pregnancy. I'm off my blood pressure medications. Been doing pretty good.
Right.
So it's like, I don't want to deal with anything.
Yeah. I mean, not to mention the fact that, when you get older, God, you want a little more calm in your life. You know what I mean? Not more craziness in general.
Definitely. It's like, been there, done that. I just want quiet.
Right.
Just peace and quiet.
Plus, you're probably a little bit like, this is when I was hoping things would get quiet around here. Like, you think the kids would be kind of
I was planning
out
on,
of your hair.
At this point, I honestly, like, I thought I was going through menopause. I was picturing traveling,
yeah.
And I'm like, I'm starting all over. But I'm excited.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess, in my opinion anyway, it's always a blessing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't have money for traveling anyway, so.
Yeah, right?
Who was I kidding? Like, yeah, what dream was that?
To like Indiana or Wisconsin.
Seriously, I know. Michigan dunes. Like, it sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
But in reality.
That's funny. Yeah, I saw that. Sometimes I feel old, but then when I think about how many years before I can retire yet, then I'm like, I'm not really that old.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually just went back to school.
Did you?
Yeah.
What
I was
are you studying?
Nursing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Good for
I was
you.
like, you know what? Because I started it probably 20 years ago.
Okay.
And then I just kept having kids.
Right.
And then it was like, you have to work full time, and then all the kids had health issues and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And then this came about, and I was like, I was working as a clinical supervisor, which I kind of enjoyed.
Okay.
but I wasn't really getting like the whole clinical experience that I wanted, you know.
Yeah.
I was more like, I
Yeah.
felt more office. So I kind of I was like, all right, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm going
Good.
to
Yeah.
see if I can find a school that will accept all of my prereqs that I've already done. And I did, which is Chamberlain. They are taking all of them.
Isn't that's nice.
Oh God, yeah. Because I'm like, I don't want to redo all of my sciences again, you know,
Yeah.
and my psychologies, and because I had done everything,
Right.
and they took almost all of them. So I was
Great.
like, all right, I'm signing up.
It's
That's
nice
it.
to get a little bit of a relief like that because I feel like so often you're just like,
Well, it's discouraging. It's like
Yeah.
I worked really hard.
right.
Those classes were not easy. I don't want to do that again.
I know, right? You know, I got very lucky, or maybe it was just my determination, but I've known since I was a kid, I think, that I wanted to be a nurse, you know.
Yeah.
And so my senior year of high school, you know, they had a program where you could learn stuff, certain things offsite at the college campus, and you'd get credit for it and everything.
Okay.
So in high school, my senior year, I did to be a CNA.
Okay. Yeah.
And so right from high school, I went to college at Harper for nursing.
Oh, nice.
And I was working at this assisted living home. It was run by Marriott. And they actually, if I worked full time, they paid for my school.
That is huge.
It was super huge.
Yeah, definitely.
So I paid for my first semester because in order for them to reimburse you, you know, obviously you have to have good
Right,
grades
yeah.
and pass and that. So at the end of the semester, I just submitted like all my, yeah.
I was like, does she have a cleft palate?
No.
Okay.
It should, because the head is up. Just
Okay.
a
I
little bit,
was like,
so
oh,
trying
I'm
get
gonna
it.
pause this.
Yeah, no.
Like, ooh, made me sweat for a second there.
Yeah, no, I already looked at the upper lip, which looks completely normal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just the cord, you know?
Oof.
You get the cord in the way.
Yeah.
The problem is I can only go so far. Then I'm starting to cut into the nose.
Right,
and
yeah.
that.
It's like, all right, little girl, come on, move
But
that
look
out
at
of the
how
way.
teeny tiny the nose looks there.
That looks so much better.
See?
Yeah. That first one, I was like, oh, little schnazola.
Yeah, so it's kind of messy here by
Yeah.
the lip and over here and that. So,
Oh, little peanut.
you know.
Yeah, I give you guys so much credit with being able to read and figure out what you're looking at with all of this. Because me looking at it, I'm like, that's a blob.
Well, you know, I never had any plan to do ultrasound, to be honest with you. And then we would have this little donkey ultrasound machine on the unit to check, like, if they weren't sure the baby's head was down or
Yeah.
something, just for quick stuff. And so when coworkers were pregnant and stuff, I'd want to take a look, you know. I'd be like, oh, let's grab the clunky old machine and
Sure, yeah.
and let's see, you know. And I thought that I was pretty good at it. Like I would look. I always got the gender right. Not like I did it 100 times, but probably about 5 or 6 times
Yeah.
with coworkers. And so I always got the gender right, and I'd look, and I'd be like, oh, I think those are the kidneys. That's cool. And I'd look at this and that. So then I thought, you know, more about it, and I thought, oh, maybe I'd just like to learn more about it, you know.
Yeah.
And then I think it was meant to be because everything just kind of worked out as it was. I was part of the first class at Harper that did ultrasound.
Okay.
So there wasn't a big waiting line or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, so you would go, I got information that they had like I don't know what you call it. It's like a meeting about the course.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it's about, and you know that kind of thing, and how long it was, and this, that, and the other thing. And so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just do this. You know, I didn't have kids yet, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
Heck yeah.
And like I said, you know, there wasn't a big waiting, and I got accepted. And you know, it was 3 semesters for me because I was already a nurse, so I
Yeah.
had all that prerequisites and stuff. So
Right.
it was only 3 semesters of the program, summer, fall, and spring. And I thought, you know, a year and a half, you know, that's not a big deal.
Right, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
it definitely
went
goes
for it.
quickly.
And it was really hard for me for a while to give up working labor and delivery because it had been such a big part of my life, you know, for so long. It's kind of my identity almost, you know. So I was working both for a while here and at the hospital, but then I had my son, and just doing both got really tough.
Yeah.
And I was really tired.
Oh, I can imagine.
And my husband was like, you know, you're fine, you know, we don't need you to, you know, work that, you know, that extra. I was only working like an extra, like 2 days per month, like, but it was a night shift. You know?
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't have to work that if you know you're tired and everything. And like I said, it was hard at first to just finally say goodbye, but in the long run, I'm glad because the hours here are just, they're so much nicer for kids and stuff when you have kids. So, yeah, you see baby's mouth moving now?
Oh, yeah. She's in there yawning.
That's so cute.
Yeah, she gets the hiccups a lot, I've noticed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, my boys did too.
It's always funny, like, you know, the first time when she was smaller and I felt it, you could feel a lot more, like, it was just like, it just felt different. And so immediately I was kind of like, you know, I'm a worrywart, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God, I'm like, is she having a seizure? Because my second son has epilepsy.
Oh,
and so
really?
I was like, oh my God, I'm like, is she having a seizure? And then I'm like, you know, I had to bring myself down and think rationally. I'm like, she's probably got the hiccups. And yeah, it was definitely.
I remember with my first, I was sitting on the couch and I had my laptop on my belly, you know, and my son got the hiccups and you can see the little laptop just jump a little. And of course, like, you know, my husband, I go, hey honey, come on, look at this. This is so cool, the hiccups, so you can see this. And he's like, yeah, okay, you know. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, sounds like her dad.
Yeah.
I'm always like, I feel this. And he's just like, we'll put his hand there for like a second.
Oh, yeah.
And then like he's gone.
Right. Yep.
Like, okay.
Yeah, and then they stop moving. Yeah, my husband would do that. I'd go, honey, come feel the baby and everything. And he'd come sit down, put his hand on there, then my son would stop moving. And then he'd like maybe 30 seconds, and then he'd be like, oh, I guess maybe later or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you got to give him more than 30 seconds. It's like, come on.
Yeah, my one son actually felt her for the first time today, and he's 21, and every time he tried to feel her move, she of course doesn't, and then, you know, he was like, whatever. He's like, tell me next time. So he felt her today, and he was like, ew, that felt really gross.
I know, right?
Because it was like one of those where she like rolled type of a thing.
Yes.
And I'm like, because first she like did a couple kicks and he didn't feel it. I'm like, you didn't feel that? And I'm like, you must have some big calluses on your skin, kid.
Yeah.
And then she rolled and he was like, ooh. I'm like,
isn't that funny?
I'm like, just imagine what that feels like from the inside.
Yeah. You want to almost be like, I hope you don't act that way for your kid.
Yeah, I know, seriously. Break him in a little bit with me. He doesn't have to traumatize his future wife.
Yeah. Go through here and just make sure I'm not missing anything. So I'm just gonna measure pockets of amniotic fluid, even though I know you've got plenty in there, but just get a measurement here. Well, baby looks beautiful, my dear.
That is definitely great news.
Everything looks very healthy and well.
Good. Approximately how much does she weigh
so
right now?
Let me tell you about the weight and everything. So baby is 3 pounds 15 ounces right now, and pretty average size. Baby is about the 59th percentile. So measuring just a couple days bigger.
Okay.
Measuring about 3 days bigger.
Okay.
So pretty average size. That's not bad at all. I would say would say probably maybe 7.5 pounds.
Okay.